That's why I covered them. Oh, hi.
Hey.
Look,
Are
who's
we back?
back?
Back again.
Again.
It's been a really long time, and it's not my fault, and it's also not her fault. It's collectively our faults.
It is. We've had a lot on our plates, and it's not an excuse. We don't mean to ignore the people that we love the most on this planet.
It's your fault.
It's my fault?
No, it's them.
Oh, it's your fault.
I'm just kidding.
Right.
You know that saying, life happens?
Life
it was
happens.
Like Rachel had her 40th birthday party part 2.
I did.
And it all went downhill from there.
40 plus 1, which
40.
was fantastic.
Right.
And we've been trying to get stuff on the books, but both of our schedules have been nuts. School with the kids has been nuts, but we decided enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Mother's Day is coming.
Mother's Day is here.
This is our, annual holiday. It's our religious right to celebrate.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
I see what you did.
We said, screw it. You know what? Tom Cruise with his Scientology. Everybody else with these things. They go on these religious tangents. Why don't we just start our own religion? It's not, we're Jewish, but
We're Jewish.
By, upbringing. It's not like we're davening every weekend at shul. So we figure if everybody else can get behind something and really sell it and be passionate about it, we're just going to start our own religion.
And this is going to be like the most unreligious religion that you've ever seen in your life. It's really not about God. So if you're an atheist, you can still be part of it. Basically, it's about keeping it real as a mom. And we took it upon ourselves to write 10 commandments of Keep It Realism. That's the working name right now. Hi, Stace.
It's like Keep It Real Ontology.
Keep It Real Ontology. And we figured if these people can join these very cult-like religions that are a lot more intense than ours, it should be pretty easy to get some people
right. And I think
in our congregation.
It's important to say why. When you become a mom, it's like nothing else in the world matters.
Right.
You're still a good person and a great friend and a good partner and all those things, but your focus then becomes, I just have to be the best mom I can be to this kid. Everything else can just kiss my tuchus,
Right.
And so I think the whole theory behind having your own mom religion is because you become a mom, you become so enthralled in the lives of other moms and playdate moms and school moms and groups of moms that you hang out with and all of these things. So
there's so many dynamics.
There needs to be a code of ethics.
Yes.
Like, it's like Robert's rules for, whatever it is, etiquette.
So we wrote a Bible. We wrote a Bible.
We sure did.
We did. We started with the 10 Commandments.
We have so much time on our hands.
We do. In the interest of full disclosure, I did this last night in between meltdowns of children. So if there's typos, I don't think there are typos, but if there are, I'm human, all right? Okay? All right, so this is our Keep It Realism, a religion for moms, our 10 Commandments. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Collaborative effort here. And we agreed on everything. Was there anything that either of us kind of put in there we were like, no?
No, I took your ideas and I ran with them and you accepted mine. And this is why we are going to lead with really good example.
Okay.
Thou shalt not send your child to school claiming their green boogers are due to allergies. We've played this game and we're on to you.
Seriously, stop faking the funk, okay?
My kid is homesick today because if I sent her to school, I would have been breaking my own religious rules.
And before we start, I posted something about this on Wine and Cheese-Its a while ago, and people got a little bit up in arms, and they were like taking offense, thinking that like kids with legitimate allergies, I was like coming down on them. If your kid has legitimate allergies, they have legitimate allergies. But we all know who we're talking about. We're talking about the parents who don't want to deal with getting a sitter or calling grandparents or aunts or uncles, and so
I don't
they
want
just
to deal with
say,
it either, people.
Right, but don't like infect the rest of the population.
Right.
Keep your kid home. All right. Next commandment.
Thou shalt not start any sentence about child rearing with, you really need to, or you should try.
Right. So the better way to do this, because we don't want to just present problems, we want to give you solutions. The better way to approach this is to say, you know what I do that really works for me?
We're solutions-based.
We are solutions-based. We don't just throw out all the problems. But I have a lot of friends, including you, who we have conversations about our kids. I'm totally fine and open to and receptive if you say, you know what I do that really works and maybe you can try it. Like, if there's a difference between trying to help out a friend and give some advice for what you do on your end versus being preachy.
And then there's a fine line between, well, here's what we did that worked, and well, here's what we do. Like,
yeah,
don't
be passive aggressive, right?
Right. Just because you stood on your head while breastfeeding and singing Cat Stevens' Wild World doesn't mean that's going to work for everybody.
Right. Did you do that?
No, but I know some people who would tell you they did and swear that like it's the only way to raise your kid.
Right.
You can't be part of our religion.
No.
If you have any techniques that you swear by and frown upon that other people don't use, you are not our kind of mom people.
Wait, but that being said, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, it's okay to disagree. It's okay to not share the same like values or child rearing. Just don't be a jerk about it.
Don't push them on people.
Right.
It's like us trying to push this religion on you. Are we trying to do that?
I am.
A little bit.
Okay, next one. Thou shalt not judge another mother for allowing her child to have goldfish for breakfast.
Guilty.
Or lunch or dinner or any meal.
Or eating them out of the crevices of the car seat if they're there.
Right, you find a
and
raw
they're
goldfish.
still crunchy.
Right, right. It's been known to happen.
The preservatives in those goldfish are probably worse than the dirt in my car seat. So, whatever.
You know, it happens.
Your kid eats. You should be grateful.
Right. It's sometimes you have to just do what works and not beat
no
yourself up
child
over it.
with access to food is going to starve.
Correct.
So
Even
if it has to
goldfish.
be goldfish,
right?
I mean, your kids. Let's be realistic. Your
There
kid's
are
not eating
starving
an egg
children
white
everywhere.
omelet with broccoli for breakfast.
Right.
It's just not happening.
Right. And my kid will not touch a green smoothie if I like paid her.
But Natalie's will.
Right.
I mean, we have a friend here whose kid is like food goals.
Right. I mean, listen, it happens for some people. We're not all that lucky. Michelle?
Thou shalt not ditch your OG mom friends for new ones. Ever. Those bitches have seen it all in the early days of motherhood and have still stuck by you. You know what happens? You become a mom, right? And the first people you meet in like a mommy and me group, those become your people. Then you move on. Then, you meet other people that make you think, oh, well, that girl from the mommy group, I was only close with her like out of convenience. You don't ditch those people because those are the people who ultimately texted with you at 2 a.m. when you wanted to throw yourself out the window because you couldn't sleep. Those are the people who know what it's like when you show up to mommy and me with vomit on your shoulder. Those are the people who know what it's like when, everybody collectively wants to kill their husbands, wives, partners, whatever.
Right.
Those are the people that were with you from the beginning. Make new friends, but keep the old.
Do you know that song? Did you sing that in Brownies?
I didn't sing it in Brownies. I sang it in Hebrew school or something.
That being said, listen, all these commandments are a little bit, they're like living, breathing things, so they have extenuating circumstances. If you have an OG friend who just kind of turns and is acting like a crazy person and you just decide you're going in different directions, sometimes it's best to go in different directions. But the ones who've been there for you, don't just make a group of friends from your kids' school and ditch the other ones.
Right.
You gotta
no trade-ins.
No trade-ins.
No trade-ins. No backsies.
No. Okay. I like this one too. This is a good one.
Thou shalt not bust balls when another mother cancels plans last minute because their sitter cancels.
It happens.
Or they just don't feel like coming because guess what? They've been single momming it all day, running a business, and their kid just wants a hug.
Right.
I don't like that because a lot of people, sometimes people without kids will be like, well, I don't understand. Can't you just get a sitter?
Right. Can't your husband just stay home? Why can't they just stay with their husband?
Right. And so that's a big one for me because I had to learn the hard way a year ago. I became a single mom by choice, and there was no more like, I'm going to run out tonight. I didn't have the option.
Right.
And the times that I had scheduled plans to go out came down to the day. Like, nobody gets more excited about canceled plans than me, to be honest.
Right.
But it would come down to it, and it's like, you know what? I haven't seen my kid in 3 days. She was with her dad. I want to be home with her.
And there's room for error. There's sometimes people react the way they maybe wouldn't if they took a chance to think about it, and so we forgive those people. But if you're constantly getting annoyed with your friend or friends because people cancel and you really were like hoping to get out there and wear your new top that you're ready to debut and you're pissed off because someone canceled because their kid is sick, sitter canceled, they might not be your people.
Right. No, they're not your people. Anybody who's going to make you feel bad for doing what you ultimately need to do for you, in all seriousness, like not trying to be funny, it takes a long time in your life to get to a place where you're comfortable with who you are, owning your no, not having to people please all the time. And once you get to that place, you should have friends who understand. You know what? Like, canceling today.
I'm not feeling it.
I'm not feeling it. My kids drove me crazy. I want to sit on my couch with a glass of wine. I'm the first to be like, you do you. That's great. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Your hair looks fantastic. I can't believe you got it blown out yesterday.
Shout out to Lux Style Bar, Valentina. You is my queen. I love you. Thank you. Best blowout in Fort Lauderdale. Thou shalt bring wine, chocolate, and other necessities when mom friends are losing it from things like potty training, math homework, and other migraine-inducing activities, including divorce, including separation, including I just threw my husband out, all those things.
All of it.
Have the people in your life who are the ones who are going to be like, I'm there. Right. I can't even tell you that first week that I was alone at home, Rachel, with my child, and I'm like coming to terms with, oh my God, I'm single now with a kid. My door was like,
listen, and it's happy things too. My 40th birthday happened 2 weeks after I delivered my second child, and I, as you know, thought I was going to have a big blowout. I was all excited. My friends were like, we're coming to you. We're ordering in dinner. We're going to celebrate. We're not letting it go. Don't worry. Like, your friends are the ones who just show up. They just show up. They make it happen, good, bad, and ugly. Those are your people.
Those are your people.
Stick with them.
Always. Thou shalt not throw a side eye to the mom letting her child watch an iPad in a restaurant. Doing this is a karmic way of bringing years of restaurant tantrums upon yourself.
And nobody needs that. Nobody needs meltdowns and tantrums. It will happen.
I will say, though, that before I had a kid, like everybody else, I mean, I was the expert before I had a kid, and I would be like, ugh, I'm never going to be that mom. Like, they should be interacting with their child. Well, you know what? Now when I'm trying to actually get the wasabi on my sushi instead of in my eye,
right,
my child gets to watch her iPad because everybody wins at that point.
You know what my motto is? A tablet for every child.
I like that.
A tablet for every child.
No child left behind.
No child left behind. I think that it is the smartest thing you can do as a parent.
Government, if you're listening.
Yes, and I want to say something too. Everyone makes fun of how like kids' brains are melting from screen time. I really don't believe that, and I'll tell you why.
My kid is brilliant.
The television now for kids is so much more educational than when we were growing up. Like, we had like the Smurfs and the Snorks and like these stupid characters. There was no moral to the story. It was just entertainment. I will never forget when I was living in Manhattan and Ava was like barely 2. We were sitting in a cab, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she started counting in Spanish. And she counted to 10. And I was like, where did she learn that? She learned it from Zora. I didn't teach her. So there are educational things that our children soak in like sponges. So don't be such a hater of screen time. Use it appropriately as works for your life, and stop judging other moms for having iPads at the table.
You heard that? Thou shalt always smile and send a sympathetic nod like this to any mom you pass in Target who seems to be barely hanging on by a thread as their kid shrieks for more shop hits. Let's do that sympathetic nod again.
And you know those kids are also the ones who are frequently in some kind of Halloween costume in July. Because you know what happened is before they left the house, they were like, I want to wear my princess costume. And the mom was like, no. And fought, just let them wear the damn costume. Pick and choose your battles. You go to Target. You let them flaunt those butterfly wings or that Superman costume. Do your thing. Get what you need. Get your groceries.
And if your kid is screaming, we won't judge.
We won't judge.
My child is the one who has 3 costumes on rotation for Shabbat dinners. Belle, Sophia, and Moana.
And who's she harming by wearing a
buddy?
Right. So let it go. Let it go. Like our friend Elsa. Right. I'm so glad that my oldest is out of the Frozen phase, and I hope to God it's gone before Sienna is old enough, because I can't listen to it anymore.
No. Okay. I can. I love it. There's a good message in that movie.
Thou
shalt never feel bad for feeding your child mac and cheese 3 nights in a row. You fed your kid. She's happy and healthy and has a full belly. Bravo.
You did it. You did it. And this is the same as the goldfish commandment. It's the same idea. Like, just feed your kids the best you can. Don't worry about your neighbor who got their kid to eat spinach and kale and broccoli. It's great. And maybe one day your kid will do that, but don't beat yourself up because they had carbs and dairy. It's fine.
Some of the best people in the world were raised on mac and cheese. I don't know
and not even organic. Not even organic.
Right. I don't know who they are, but I'm sure they are. I mean, I ate a ton of Blue Box mac and cheese growing up.
It's the best. There's nothing better.
Right. And now I go to Whole Foods to make myself feel better, but it's all the same.
All the same.
All the same.
Okay. So last one.
Thou shalt never, ever, 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 ever let somebody make you feel bad for your parenting choices. Ever.
Ever. Just in case you
disagreeing
is
okay. Mommy shaming is not. If you do any of these things, you cannot be part of our mom religion.
Cannot. You're out. If you abide by these things, you're in. We want you. Come with us. Join us on this journey. Have some fun with us. Don't be judgmental with us. You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to feel the way you feel. But let's all support one another. And barring like any of your mom friends doing something that harms other children or puts other children in danger or puts moms in danger, it's all okay. It's all on the table.
And I want to say this. A lot of people comment like, oh, you and Rachel are so great together and you guys are such a funny pair and it's so great you guys became such close friends. But there's a reason for that. We both shared the same belief of you got to do what you got to do as a mom to get by. You're loving your children as hard as you can. They're in great hands. We don't judge. And we're always here for each other for advice. Yep. And you need to be that kind of friend to somebody else if you expect that in return, for sure. We totally want to thank Oceans234 in Deerfield. We're here today. They're about to host us and a nice group of local mommy bloggers for a beautiful lunch here on the ocean. So we're very grateful to them.
I wish we could turn, you can't really see, but if we'll take some pictures and post them. The view,
we're legit on the sand,
is out of control. Like we are literally, you can spit onto the beach. Ladies should never spit, but I'm just trying to paint the visual. You can spit onto the beach and it is so gorgeous. And if you're looking for a spot to come and bring your family or have a date night, whatever the occasion, Oceans234 is so beautiful. The food is great. We're so happy and fortunate that they are having us today for this experience, and we want to wish everybody an early Mother's Day. We love you all. We hope you get exactly what you want.
And all those guys, it's not a box of chocolates. It's a night in a hotel alone.
Right. Or say to your wife, babe, you know what? Go get a massage. I got the kids. Like, it's not, we all want to be with our kids, but like, it's nice to have that solo time and someone looking out for us and having our backs and things like that. So with all of that being said, I ask, can we get an amen for our new religion? We hope that you all will join us, and we hope that you'll continue watching. We're sorry we've been gone for a while, but we are back.
We're back. You're stuck with us now.
Stuck with us. We have more stuff in the works, both written and spoken word. Lots of good things coming up. And what else? Anything else?
Send love to all your mom crew.
Yes.
Everyone in your mom crew. Love your village. They've got your back. Have theirs. And happy Mother's Day to everybody. We love you.
We love
I
you.
love you.
I love you. Oh, God, I love you so much. Love you so much. Everyone have a great rest of your day and week. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
We will speak to everyone very soon.